Hello, welcome to Old Nerd Reads His Marvel Comics in Order, episode 128. This time I read Logan's Run, number 1. This is another catch-up video, not ketchup and mustard, catch up. I recently came across a stash of 70s comics in a box in my collection and found that some of them were kind of close to where I was at in this series, reading my Marvel Comics in Order. I'm currently about to start the May 1977 issues that I own. This is January, so this is just a couple months late, but we're going to toss it in here and get caught up. I only have issue 1. I don't have any more of this title. I would like to have some more, though. This has got George Perez art. George Perez with Al Milgrom inking did the cover, and it doesn't look too bad. This right here definitely makes me think of Al Milgrom's artwork on the Guardians of the Galaxy series that's going on right now in Marvel Preview, Marvel Presents. Anyway, that's also going on in this series right now. But this right here definitely looks more to me like Al Milgrom than George Perez, but the rest of it looks very George Perez. So this would have come out probably at the end of 1976. Logan's Run, the film, came out in the early summer of 76. And they probably started working on this comic adaptation within a few months of that, I would say. You can tell that George Perez was able to see the film, or stills from the film at least, because a lot of what he draws in here definitely looks like he saw the film. A lot of times they would just be working from the script. I think that's what happened when Marvel did Star Wars. They were just working from the script basically for the first adaptation, the first few issues where they adapted the first movie in Star Wars. I think they were just working from the script because a lot of the drawing that Howard Chaykin didn't look like they'd seen much of the movie, maybe just some stills and whatnot. But this looks like George Perez definitely got to see the movie. And what gives that away to me is how he draws the city. That's how I remember the city looking in the movie. So he got the advantage of being able to see the film. Jerry Conway is the writer. Klaus Janson does the inks. Al Milgrom inked the cover, but Klaus Janson does the inks. And very rarely does it look like Klaus Janson has a very distinct inking style. And very rarely do I see his distinctive ink style in this issue. Once in a while, a little bit, like his boots kind of make me think Klaus Janson a little bit. For the most part, though, this does not look like Klaus Janson's inks. It's a pretty faithful adaptation of the film. Really great artwork. George Perez is working on Avengers right now. He's working on Fantastic Four. He does a couple issues here and there on each title. And it's definitely very early George Perez artwork in those titles. But I feel like this comic, he looks like the George Perez everybody knows. Like from his DC work, Teen Titans, Wonder Woman, Crisis on Infinite Earths. This looks to me more like that George Perez. Whereas Fantastic Four and Avengers, the issues he's drawn, doesn't quite look like he's fully formed into what we know him as at that point. So it's kind of odd that on this title, coming out at the same time, he looks so more advanced. But it's pretty much, I think they took 4 issues, and look at that artwork. This is really good artwork. I think they took 4 issues to cover the movie, and then the series continues after the 4. Like it's an ongoing series. See that? This looks like George Perez all day. This looks like his Teen Titans work. But yeah, they took 4 issues to adapt the film. See, a little bit, some of these like headshots do have a little Klaus Janson-y look to them, the inks, a little, but it's not real glaring. That's for sure. Like I thought this was an interesting 4 panels. So one of the runners was terminated by Logan, and this basically this removal unit comes in, a man on a flying platform hovers over the body, reduces it to dust, and then vacuums it up. I thought that was pretty cool. And then here's the scene from the film where Logan dials up a woman because he's bored, basically. Thinks he needs some female companionship for the night. And this is where Jenny, what is the actress's name that plays this character in the film? Jenny Agutter. She was such a babe. Here's a big editorial by Jerry Conway, the writer. And he talks about meeting the original author of Logan's Run, the novel. And he met him in a Boston science fiction festival back in 1971. And was told then that Logan's Run was about to become a movie. It took 4 or 5 years until 1976. It finally came out, and MGM had Marvel Comics doing their Planet of the Apes stuff, 2001: A Space Odyssey, and they also offered Logan's Run to Marvel Comics to do. And, and coincidentally, Jerry Conway was given the job. And he talks about how he's asking the fans to write in. This is going to be the letters page, Logan's letters. Pretty creative. But he asked fans to write in and give ideas on what they think should be covered in an ongoing Logan's Run comic. But basically, this is really great for the artwork, I think. I would like to find at least the next 3 issues, so I have the at least the film adaptation. Look at that. Computer screen controls. That's really cool. Pulling that off back in, 76 really, because if this is the January 77 issue, that means it came out 3 months earlier. That means it actually hit the newsstands in October of 76. So this is really, really advanced artwork for the time, I think. Yeah, him and John Byrne really pushed the envelope forward at this time when they came on to Marvel and DC. Well, Marvel really. But this one ends on the cliffhanger. We're going to send Logan to find sanctuary. Basically, his status as a Sandman is revoked, and he's got to go on the run. Hence the title, Logan's Run. He's got to go find sanctuary and put an end to it. But this right here is what I'm talking about. That looks very Klaus Janson-y. Whenever you get a close-up, a headshot of someone, that's when Klaus Janson looks like Klaus Janson. But for the most part, the rest of it doesn't really look like him. So that's Logan's Run, number 1. I wonder if I have to look and see if there's a Marvel, a collected edition of this series. That'd be cool to pick that up and read it to see how and where it goes. But for the most part, if I come across it, I will try and pick up issues 2, 3, and 4, just so I have the movie adaptation at least. But I would like to see where the title went after the movie adaptation. I'm not sure if George Perez stayed on it or not. He probably didn't, because he on Fantastic Four and Avengers right now, he does like an issue or 2, and then he disappears for several issues, and he comes back. So he's pretty busy, and I doubt that he stayed on this very long. But again, it's not real important. If I find those next couple issues, I'll grab them. If I find a collected edition of the entire run, I'd grab that too, just to read it. But otherwise, yeah, it's a cool piece to have in my collection, at least the first issue. And this copy's in fine plus, very fine minus condition. The spine's not exactly great, and the pages are pretty yellowed, but a pretty nice specimen anyway for being 50 years old, like myself. So, anybody else out there a Logan's Run fan? You have the Logan's Run series and can tell me what happened in the comics after the movie adaptation ended and then just straight up Marvel stories started? Let me know, please, down below in the comments. Share this with any other old nerds. I do this series where I read my Marvel Comics collection in publishing date order. I do a video on each issue that I read, usually. And this is, like I said, a catch-up video because I missed this one. So, just going to do a few catch-up issues as I work through this spot in my box where I found all these 70s comics. And then we'll get back on track, I promise. So please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. I thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.